Hey, what's going on everyone? Today Enhance released a massive upgrade 4.11 to their sexy products. So knob, the commander, the buttons, and you can do so many amazing crazy things with this new upgrade. For example, now you can set a passenger profile just with a click of a button. You can press a button and then the passenger seat adjusts based on your preference, and you can assign so many different profiles to that. So just like the driver profile, now you can assign passenger profile and you can add multiple profiles to it. They also added blind spot indication within the ambient light in Highland. They also added a feature on the older Teslas where if you just unbuckle your seatbelt, it automatically puts your gear into park, and just so many more features. If you're not familiar with Enhance and their sexy products, they have three main products: the sexy knob, the commander, and sexy buttons, and they kind of work in one giant ecosystem just like Apple products, and they keep pushing new update to make your Tesla better. We are getting update every month or so right now, and it's so exciting. They keep adding so many new features. So hands down the best products I have ever reviewed in the channel, and we have reviewed hundreds of products here. So super excited to show you today's update as well. For a limited time, they are doing a Black Friday sale starting today. If you use a discount code Shiva Tesla during checkout, you should be able to save up to 20% off. It is an affiliate code, so we do earn a very small commission at no additional cost to you, which greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future, and in return you save significant amount of money. Let's get started. So to run the software upgrade, you just have to fire up the Enhanced Sexy app, and then when you go here, it says Commander and Nub both connected for me, which are these products. Then there is software update, and it says the app as well as the Commander and the Nub. So you need to update all three. We are gonna go ahead and start with the Commander, and it gives you, just like Tesla, it gives you everything you need to know about this release, all the updates that they added, and then you just hit update. So once you hit update, it says downloading file, and while going through that, this nub might temporarily go out. Look at that, Commander not connected, just because the Commander is updating. So just let this run. It takes about 2 to 4 minutes to go through this, and you should have a new update file. Once it is done, it will show that it is success. So we're gonna hit done. Now we still have to update the nub, and again, it tells you everything that they added to the nub here, which is this guy. Now what we're gonna do is hit update, and then it's downloading, and this is gonna go into update mode. Finally, we have to update the app, and when you click on it, it actually takes you to the Play Store or the Apple App Store, and then you go here, and then we're updating it. Let's cover how you can control this entire passenger seat profile using one button, and you can assign multiple passengers. So if you press a single button, double, long press, and it can go between different passenger profiles, so the seat will move. So let me show you how to do that next. So for that, first of all, of course, you're gonna need a button, and then go over here in the buttons menu. I've already added this as button here. If you don't have it added, you can just add sexy button, and then you just have to press and hold, and it will connect. So go to button 1, that's the one. You can also rename it, and this menu pops up. This is where we can make multiple adjustments here. So let's say it is just this one, so it is the S button, and if I was to press single press, you can do single, double, or long press. So if I was to do single press, this menu pops up here, and then if I go down here to seat adjustment, that's the new feature they added. I need to scroll down, and by the way, you can control different seat adjustment directly through here, but that's not what we're showing here right now. We want to show you what they have added with this new feature. So if we were to scroll down, it says right seat or left seat. So we want to do right seat profile. Next thing we have to do is actually adjust that seat to the desired position for your profile 1, which is the single press. And to do that, normally I would have to walk over there, but this is a sexy product, and I can do directly here from the nub. That's one of the awesome features they added on the last update. So I can do this, and then just have this seat recline back, maybe right there, and then maybe also recline the headrest back a little bit. Press there. So that is going to be my profile 1 here. So if we come back to this screen, that is 1. That's the store profile. I'm going to hit save action. Now that is the single press action, that is the location. Now let's do double press action. So we're going to hit OK. Now we're going to go all the way to seat adjustment again, and then we're going to have to scroll all the way down to the right seat. So that is the right seat, and we're going to set profile number 2. So that was 1. Now we're going to set profile number 2. Now again, we're going to have to adjust the seat. So let's go to seat adjustment menu here, and then let's now bring this up. So all the way to the front, and then let's also bring this towards the front. So it would come, if you look at it, so more of a closer to the front. Now we would just do store profile, save. So our right seat profile on both the axons are saved. Single press as well as double press. So we set both profiles, single press, double press, and now let's just mess this up a little bit just to test the true functionality. I'm going to adjust this so it is a little bit off. So when you're going in, it's a little bit off now. Let's first get this to the second profile we set, which was like kind of forward and front. So double tap. Look at that. So that's a quick setting because I only adjusted a little bit, but the first one was huge, right? It was fully reclined all the way to the back. So let's press this once. Oh my God. Enhance, you guys are genius. So exciting. Wow. So now you can have multiple passenger seats just adjusted with the profile, with the press, long press, short press. You can even press and hold and go to different setting. You can put these buttons there in the front, in the back. If you are, let's say, loading kids and you need to just press this to move this seat forward, you can hook this up anywhere. This is awesome. So for those of you who only have a knob, not a button, this passenger seat adjustment still works. So what you got to do is go to your knob and then go to any of this settings. So let's say this one, if I wanted to change this top one, this guy here, I go to the knob. Instead of acceleration, I'm going to go all the way down to seat adjustment. And then I'm going to scroll down to right seat profile. And I can store that profile as a right seat profile. So however the profile is right now, I can just store the profile and save action. So now that is going to be profile here. And the great thing with the knob is that you can actually see the seat profile. So if you want to access the seat profile, you would have to press here and you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 profiles you can directly see there. So if we were to go back and then say, okay, go to the profile here and then let's press on profile 1, that just adjusted the profile. So now you are back to that position that we have set the profile to, and you can just go between different profiles there. So on the Highland, there is this feature where if you unbuckle your seat belt, it will automatically put your gear into park. But for older cars like this is a 2023 Model Y, this doesn't have that feature. So it has a chance of roll away a little bit. So if you just unbuckle the seat and then try to get out, it will give you an alert saying that it is in drive or whatever. If you don't want that alert and if you just want the car to automatically put it to park, if you unbuckle, here's what you do with this new update. So let's try that passenger seat unbuckle feature. So we are in reverse right now and I am going to unbuckle my seatbelt and it automatically put the car into park. So that works. And for those of you wondering, like, what if I am in motion, like if the car is moving? It doesn't do that. So the speed has to be 0 for this to work. So as soon as the speed is 0, then it puts the car into park. So it doesn't do it even if it is 1 miles per hour. So on the Model 3 Highland, they added this really nice light strip that runs from right to left and even all the way to the back. But Tesla kind of made it boring. You can't do much with it other than just change the color. But let's change that today. Let's actually make this light do stuff for us. So if we go to Commander and Ambient Light Effect, you can now do various things. So blind spot, I'm going to say always blind spot. And or either turn on or always blind spot. Turn signals, you can do hazards or always on. Autopilot indication, we can do on or just the nag. We can also indicate that. And then the acceleration mode indication, so if it is a sports mode versus the chill mode. Enter and exit. So now you can even do a rainbow mode. What this does is if you enter or exit the vehicle, it will do a rainbow color when you are entering or exiting. Or you can do rainbow upon autopilot. So we changed off various things. Let's test this on the road. We're going to do some testing. We have fired up the Enhance's dash here. And if we look at it, those lights are green. So on the top, we have set that to be green. Now watch what happens when we toggle the autopilot. That turned blue and that whole light strip turned blue. Now, if there was a nag in the autopilot system, it would actually give me the nag. So it says pay attention to the road, and look, that whole thing is flashing and it shows. So how the blind spot indication work is that if there is no car in the blind spot and you were just driving, then it will be whatever color that you had set. So for me, I had set this to green. That would be the case. And if you put your blinker, then if there is no car in the blind spot, it will just flash green. So look at that. It's just flashing green there, and that's what you get. Now, if there is a car in your blind spot where you can set it so that this actually changes to yellow, and then you're gonna get a little yellow indication right there on the side. You don't have to blink, you'll just get that indication right there. Now, while that indication is on, and if you try to blink, then everything is gonna flash red, and then you're gonna also see the red on your dash, but everything over here is going to be red. All this ambient light is gonna flash red, letting you know there's a car in the blind spot, and you put your blinker. So that is awesome that it shows you that now. Let me show you what it looks like in the road. So let's test the blind spot monitoring system. And how this works is right now there is no cars in my blind spot. So it is green on the ambient light and there's nothing going on in this screen. But there is a car now approach in my blind spot. Now it is yellow on the ambient light and that is green. There's another car coming and watch what happens. Yellow and it shows on the screen as well. So if there is a car in the blind spot, it automatically shows yellow continuously. And then if, look at that, now if we were to do the signal, it shows red and flashes red, indicating that there is a car in the blind spot, which is awesome. Now there's a blind spot monitoring system, live blind spot monitoring system. So here's another look, no car in the blind spot, green, nothing on the screen. As soon as there is a car, yellow blind spot, and that color changed to yellow as well. Yellow, and if I was to flash, red. Now let's test that rainbow effect when we first enter the car. Look at that. So awesome. Throughout the car, it goes through all the colors and gives you that rainbow effect. Otherwise, it would just turn on that whatever light you had, toggle the color. So they fixed the rainbow effect as well. Feature I couldn't demonstrate here for you is the suspension control for the Model S and X. The Gen 2 Commander that they released last year now allows you to adjust the height of your Model S and X, which is pretty cool just using a button. Finally, there was one update that doesn't apply to us here in the US, but for EU folks, there is a regulation over there where even if you go 1 over the speed limit, there is gonna be an automatic chime. So Tesla has that where it just puts that chime and it could get really annoying. Don't get me wrong, safety is a priority, but just going 1 over and you get that chime. Enhance fixed that where now you can turn off the chime altogether, but you can also set it so that if you go over 5-10 miles per hour, then only chime, but don't chime if you just go 1 miles per over. So that is also an update for the EU folks. I think that's a very welcome update. And just a quick reminder that this buttons and knobs come with hundreds of features that you can change. Look at that. If you go to each of these menus, like there is so many different options: suspension, traction control, tilt, wiper, toggle, seat adjustment. I mean, there is just so much feature that you get with these buttons and knobs that makes this truly the best Tesla accessory out there, because I've never seen things like this on a one accessory that controls all of this stuff, and the installation is fairly straightforward. So what do you all think about this upgrade? I think it's so exciting that Enhance keep adding things based on user feedback. So this is the right time to put your feature requests down below. What you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see added on future iterations. Enhance is really good about that. They read through all of our comments and add those features directly based on user feedback. So it is very important you drop your comment down below with the feature request that you would like incorporated with these devices in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found today's video helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and come back again soon for another Tesla accessory video.